I'm wondering if we're gonna wind up seeing Houlihan this match, because that's been under quite a bit of debate lately, whether or not it's worth it.
Oh, I was wrong. It's a small key in the first map. In the first chest of Sanctuary. They're both in the Sanctuary, but Dragon Master immediately saved and quit. Is going to Link's house, so probably going to do the route. Going to go to Uncle? Okay. Alright, so Walkingeye is doing kind of the standard route of checking Lumberjack, but Dragon Master checks Sanctuary and is going to check Uncle.
Mm-hmm. So I'm guessing Dragon Master is about to check the tree poles. It's just very valuable information early on. You want to know whether it's looks like in this case tier 1 is going to be blue rupees. I've noticed that if you save and quit, it tends to I don't know if it strictly refreshes the account or what. Do you know how that works?
I didn't see what the Lumberjack item was. It's some people
like
check
a piece of heart.
Yeah,
I think it was a piece of heart.
So Uncle's got a heart, and the chest has 300 rupees. So that's actually pretty good because it means you don't have to worry too much about bombs. And so we're probably going to see Dragon Master do this sort of Lost Woods route now.
Unfortunately, the bushcrat just arrows. Go ahead.
What can I pick up? The big 20 wants to get that early bomb money too.
Yeah, bombs are pretty critical at the beginning of the game.
You need a lot of bombs to check all of these early chests and kill some of these enemies that are blocking the way.
And you want to go to Sanctuary early, but at the same time, you do need bombs throughout the entire area. It's like, what, minimum 3 bombs?
Everyone in chat's talking about the cat boo. Because it's actually those sprites are kind of, I find them really hard to play. It's kind of interesting. It's harder to line up bomb jumps and things of the like, so.
It is true, though there is one consistency in every sprite, though. That's going to be the shadow, and if you know how to line up the shadow, or if you can line up the shadow, then that's that pretty much nullifies all the difficulties with sprite changes. But easier said than done, right?
Well, so Walkingeye has to try to grab a bomb because the tavern chest didn't have rupees, so he can't afford to buy bombs. So he has to look for either some rupee drops or bomb drops so he can get bombs.
Trying to go in and buy bombs and just forgetting.
No, he's resetting. He's resetting the.
Oh, I see.
That way,
he 50-50 shot of getting a bomb in that the bush, right?
Something of that name. I don't know the exact stats. But if he gets a bomb, he can bomb that hut and then farm bombs in there. AA says Walkingeye could have done the tier 1 tree pull a second time for 50 total rupees. Oh, in the Lost Woods because he pulled by the Lumberjack place.
That's true.
Yeah, that would have served him well. There's the bomb, so he's going to do some farming. Dragon Master just going to get this heart piece and probably just buy bombs with the 343 rupees.
Yeah, this is a really unfortunate time loss for Walkingeye.
Yeah, so
basically he's going to find bombs and blindside out, right?
Yeah, so he basically spent enough time looking for bombs that Dragon Master passed him up after already checking the first 2 chests in, in Escape or the Uncle route. So, yeah, pretty bad time loss. Sometimes it doesn't work out. Sometimes you just don't find the bombs or the money early on. But that's what you're talking about. The Houlihan rooms kind of come under question early Houlihan because you just find a lot of rupees with V26 because there's the extra rupees in the pool.
I believe there's an extra 300 and an extra red rupee.
Extra 50, I think. Someone in chat will correct me because they know this better than I do. Oh, the early hammer. So our Aga
nice.
Call was wrong. Although maybe with that cape they're gonna have to do Aga anyway.
Yeah, they don't have Dark World access yet. They still need gloves.
And then Pearl, yeah. Yeah, the cape isn't usually not one you want to see early, because that's usually going to mean like, I'm going to find one sword and it's going to be in some really trolly location, and I'm going to have to go and kill Aga on the seed. But we'll see what Blindside has. Another map check. I believe you've already seen this. We have red at EP and the other two are crystals. I think Hera is 6. Yeah.
Yes, Hera is 6. So it's been a pretty decent Kakariko. Got the hammer. That's kind of sufficient for this logic. Not too much to complain about.
Yeah, he did skip the Dragonmaster did skip the back of Blindside, and it turned out to be the hookshot. So he's like now super behind. What?
Did he actually skip it? I thought I saw him bomb it.
He didn't go in. He planted the bomb before he checked the 4 chests. Then he checked the chest, and then he forgot to go in the back.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
That's not good.
No. Especially with that hookshot early on doesn't mean a whole lot, but it will mean something once they get Death Mountain access, so gloves or a flute, because that'll give you pretty much the run of whole Death Mountain, and that'll get you into Hera early. Basically, like, why would you gamble not checking that chest after you bombed it? Like, that's not a gamble, that's just a brain fart. We'll see if he ends up back there anytime soon and realizes that hasn't gone in there. But that's going to be something where it's just like, once you've bombed there, and then, like, he's not going to realize he didn't go in there. Like, it's kind of like I saw somebody once like rescue the blacksmith, but then not go in and talk to the blacksmith, and like it took him. Oh, there's the mirror. Okay,
all right,
that's interesting. So early mirror, hookshot, and hammer in the seed. So that's a lot of swamp hints early on.
Maybe he doesn't need the hookshot. Maybe Swamp is going to be a pendant, and he's going to hover across Moldorm too.
Yeah, that's going to be just fine. Well, given the fact that the mirror has showed up, maybe not. And so that's a good point by AA. If there basically was like something stopping him from going anywhere else, he would have eventually found his way back. The problem is having now he's got the flippers, he's got the mirror. You know, he's gonna probably get up to Death Mountain, and with that mirror plus hammer, he can check all of Death Mountain and not find that hookshot if he gets up there.
Well, he would have had that full magic if he had hookshotted it with the hookshot he doesn't have. And another thing this hookshot grants him access to is one you don't really think of is stun prizes from enemies. See, that happens to be pretty soon.
I think it was 10 arrows. I believe Walkingeye used it.
Was it 10 arrows? You used it earlier?
I don't know. I might have just missed something. Where was Hookshot? Hookshot was early in blind. Walkingeye having trouble with these green guards. Yeah, back of Blind's house, which Dragonmaster didn't check. Sorry. It is. We're going to see this maybe stun pack maybe on here, because this is kind of a hard...
Okay.
I just got it. Blue mail and escape! Alright. So Walkingeye's looking really good. Already getting a mail upgrade and a big advantage with that hookshot. I don't know if Dragonmaster's ever going to check the back of Blind's house. Like, that's one where you're just not even thinking that you have missed. You just think 100% that you got that chest.
Mm-hmm.
What if Swamp has a crystal? Swamp probably does have a crystal. We already saw the mirror and the hammer along with the hookshot. So I'm thinking
that's really important intel.
And the flippers too are actually already in Mini Moldorm Cave. So you're probably making that. Boots on Island, on the Hylia Island. So that mirror is going to be important once they get Darkworld access.
As soon as they get gloves, they're gonna want to go there right away. Those boots save quite a handy handful of minutes.
So Walkingeye's going to make his way during the south sweep. He's going to check dam. He's going to be getting his flippers, and then probably doing what dragonmaster's doing, checking Island Hobo, and then warping to. We're going to see maybe a warp to Zora. Not enough money for Zora right now, but maybe you'll find it up here anyway. Walkingeye's closer to the amount of money that he needs. And there's a mirror for Walkingeye from that dam.
I'm not so sure about that play. Maybe if he had like 450 or more, but this seems a little sketchy to come up to Zora with only 440.
Yeah, he's gonna actually pretty much. Well, he can't. He just has to. He can check what this is, but he's gonna have to save and quit after. Just bombs.
I'd say even wait until like 480 before you come up here.
I mean, if you don't have the money, yeah, it's like you may be banking on just being a red rupee up here. I think Walkingeye might get enough money from here.
In fact, I'd say just like wait until you do Eastern Palace, because it has a pretty decently high chance of having about 19%, last I heard.
There is no... Yeah, Eastern, which is what we're going to see Dragonmaster do now. Well, can't check Zora, but that's probably not that big of a deal.
Probably not. Very low chance.
My guy's having trouble killing this crab with the hammer, and I can't blame him. He's lucky he found that blue mail, because that was a whole lot of hits he took. See what's in Sarasrala. There's the gloves.
In rage
There's
mode
the
on that crab.
Book. Okay. Early book.
Nice.
Go to desert. I mean, so the problem is, you know that the boots are locked behind the moon pearl.
That's true. Good point.
And you don't have a lamp yet, so you're probably not wanting to actually go to desert, but man, early book, it's going to be in the back of your mind the entire time.
He is indeed going to Eastern. There's 3 items in here.
Oh, and yeah, good call. Dragmaster did do the green pendant check at Sahasrara, and it turned out to be Swamp Palace. So we know 2 of the pendants early on. It's Eastern and Swamp. The fact that they have everything that they need to go into Swamp right now and finish it, except for the Pearl, is basically like a huge tell. But you're still going to want to put off doing Pendant Swamp for quite a bit, because you're going to get to Dark World and be able to do like Thieves Town and whatnot. So there's Bombos and Eastern. You're kind of conflicted. You're like, well, do I follow all the breadcrumbs and just jump in the swamp because the seed has told me to do this, or do I just put it off until maybe I find a bunch of stuff in the crystal dungeons and put it? I mean, it could be a good play to go in there early on and find something, but do you really want to try to full clear swamp to look for progression in there?
Yeah, another interesting point is that because he doesn't have hookshot, he could get most of Swamp, but he can't quite full clear. It's still 3 tests.
Oh, there's the
boss.
Pearl. It's in Eastern.
Oh, boots
So
for him.
yeah, that is boots. He's gonna go ahead and check this to find the last item in Eastern, or at least find the big key. Walkingeye is heading up to Zora. He can talk to Zora and get ripped off. What is Zora going to give us today? What do you think?
Bombs.
Bombs? Just more bombs?
Bomb upgrade. A bomb upgrade.
Bomb upgrade. There we go. All right. Let's say a single rupee.
Okay, that's a pretty good one.
Oh, you were not correct. You were correct the first time. You said bomb upgrade.
See, I was thinking a bomb pack, and then I was like, wait, we've already seen one of those, but there are 2 of them. So there we go. Now he can go blow up walls in Kakariko again.
Looks like Walkingeye is going to head to Hobo now, I believe. and then probably saving Quid and head over to Eastern. He's going to see the boots there on the island. Dragonmaster's having some trouble with this room. I think he's about to get out.
Yep.
Yeah, he's using this hammer to see where he is.
Fucking stick.
Yeah. Oh, that is a good point. You know, Boo can hover just by the fact that it's Boo. Has no legs. So actually not having the hookshot shouldn't be a big deal at all. Just walk across.
Easy peasy. Unfortunately, that's not quite how it works, but...
Yeah, unfortunately, nice. And there is an item at Armo, so if they're going to want to see what's in the last of EP, they got to go back in there. But I think they'll be happy getting Bombos and the Moon Pearl.
Mm-hmm.
Dragonmaster is going to go check the back of Escape now. They do have a Smonkey. The Smonkey was in the first chest. That was actually in Sanctuary. They don't have a map, I don't believe. Actually, I didn't pay enough attention in Escape to see if they do have a map. But we'll see if there's an item in the Dark Room that they'll have to come back for.
Yeah, because all they've gotten so far is a key.
Yeah.
And there's a good chance the lamp is going to be in the Dark World since they've had Dark World access beforehand.
Yeah, and there's so far nothing's been lamp locked because the Dark Room in Eastern only had the map. So, no need for the lamp. Dark World access, so you don't need a Fraga.
Until then, they could visit Desert, I guess, is the only Light World location left.
Yeah, but right now you want to go into Dark World. There's a lot of stuff available. We got a map check. Blue at Ice, 5 at Pod. So that's everything filled in.
Nice.
All right, we're gonna Hype Cave check. What's in the Hype Cave? How much hype are you feeling on a number from 1 to 10? How much hype is there?
4.
I'm gonna go 2. 10 air arrows. 3 bombs.
It's gonna be something.
Heart piece. A heart piece. Okay, that was more like a negative 5.
Oh, never mind. My bad.
That wasn't worth the bomb it cost to go in there. All right, and we're gonna go get our boots, I believe.
I should hope so.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Cost 2 bombs. Okay, I mean that is true.
Well, let's see. If you do the math, let's see. 50 rupees buys you 10 bombs. And they spent 2 bombs, so it's basically 10 rupees.
I guess it's worth
to get 20 rupees.
It's worth. All right, there's the boots, which is really good. That's going to let you go fast, but still got the really glaring issue of no hookshot, which is in a spot the Dragon Master forgot about.
Mm-hmm. See, it definitely allows them to... Oh, they don't have a fire source, so they can't complete Desert.
No, but they can check and see, but I still wouldn't do it. I think he's going to make... Is he going to make the swamp play? He doesn't have hookshot, though. Maybe he doesn't want to do this? And he's just going to...
Maybe that was his closest spot to Pod and wants to go up, check the pyramid.
No, I think he's going to... No, it looks like he's going left, and he's going to go and check the Mirror Ledge and Stumpy and Digging Game.
That's good, too.
He could also check... well, he could have checked Bombos.
Yeah.
I guess he can always go do that again. Oh, there's a sword from Stumpy! Alright, first sword. Hey, nice. Not even 20 minutes in. What is this? Isn't even an open seed. What is this? It's not a true open seed.
Yeah, Bombos tablet.
Oh, you can read it, though. Yeah, you can read it.
I would argue that that's almost as valuable, because most of the time it's not anything important, but you still want to know what it is.
So we do have our first sword, at least. I feel it's not really an open seed unless you go an hour without a sword, but that's just me. right, so Walkingeye is going to be checking this last chest. He's got his Moon Pearl from Eastern. He's going to save and quit. Probably going to be checking Hype Cave and getting his boots too. So he's actually a little bit behind in terms of like checks, although he has seen Zora and he's done the front part of Escape. But he's got the hookshot, and that's a huge advantage. Although maybe they'll mislead him and he'll go to Swamp and there's nothing there. And then it will be a big disadvantage. You kind of see a lot in rando races where someone gets one item and it just kind of leads them to a bunch of stuff that doesn't matter. And then they fall behind. He's going to pod? Wait.
Yeah, and hookshot doesn't really lead to anything. He's getting the bow from the library. That's nice. That's probably going to lead him to pod and possibly finishing Eastern.
Yeah, but pod...
I kind of doubt it, but it's a possibility.
Well, you don't have lamp yet, so that can be some of the trollier dark rooms in the game. So I would probably not want to go do that.
Did Walkingeye check library? He must have checked library, right?
I don't know. What is he doing? Is he going to get his
but he doesn't know
boots?
He doesn't know where the boots are, does he?
No, he checked. He checked Hobo. I think that's what he's doing now.
Oh, okay.
He just kind of took a weird route to it, if that's what he wants.
Maybe he was thinking.
Well, pedestal check. I didn't even realize he was going to check the pedestal.
Oh, wow.
I just go to Thieves' Town, but it's just bomb storage, I believe.
Right.
Nothing important. Sorry, guys. This is not going to be one of the many pedestal seeds that we've had in this tournament.
It's definitely a strange routing. I wonder if he was thinking, well, boots will unlock the bow, so I have the bow now, so I could do pod, right? But no, he didn't get the boots yet.
Yeah, it was a lot less efficient routing than Dragonmaster was. He's gonna check Bonk Rocks though first before going get his bow or whatever. It's just a heart.
And this full Village of Outcasts check. He's always got to have something in Thieves' Town, whether it's pendant or not.
Yeah, and this time it is Crystal, and they can finish it and check everything actually. So seems like the smart play. Although only green mail and not a whole lot of hearts. I know a lot of people can ace that dungeon. It helps having boots and the cape. But early on, some people do have trouble with that blind fight. So it could be something to think about. Is hookshot required? Well, hookshot is always required, unless you can hover. But
There's a very large gap in Ganon's Tower.
There's a gap that you have to pass using the hookshot if you can't hover. But otherwise, no, unless there's something in Swamp that they need the hookshot for, like past the big chest, then it's not required to get any items except for in Hookshot Cave. They have access to East Death Mountain. Well, they don't have Lamp, but they can get to East Death Mountain with the hammer and the mirror, so that's not an issue. I'm actually surprised they haven't gone up there yet. I guess they're worried about sequence breaking. Like sometimes if the lamp's in kind of a trolley spot, or the flute doesn't show up, there's really nothing up there because it's some of the last places you'd end up getting access to. But they can get to Hera. They just don't have a fire source. Could be a gamble. We're getting a Skullwoods check and a Thieves' Town check. I like Skullwoods early. Prevailing consensus is that Skullwoods always has something in V26.
At least one thing. Oftentimes it has two.
That's okay, Rain. Oh, there's another sword. It's in the Skull Big Chest. Okay, so
there we go.
We now know where two swords are.
That was at least one of the things so far.
Yeah, he found Big Chest, Big Key, and then that Small Key, Big Key, and then Compass. So we'll see if he continues on and gets the statue pull chest.
Looking like it. gonna take a while without Samaria.
Yeah, some people are really good at this. If you play NMG and you practice this room a lot because it's a pain, but people who only do rando, like myself, I'm a big noob. If I don't have the Cane of Samaria, I don't want to come in here.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have any issues with it, just has to dodge the Wall Master, but nothing there. So last item is Fire Rod locked, either at Moth or in that chest below Moth.
Yep.
There's a shovel in Thieves Town. Gonna have to go digging.
Interesting.
So that's actually gonna be pretty good for Walkingeye. If he goes into Thieves Town, he'll get that shovel, and that'll lead him towards Stumpy eventually. In fact, he can be more efficient checking Stumpy and that shovel spot right away. But we got a bumper cave check. Always a good check after Skull Wedge, especially with the cape, but it's just a big 20. And he's gonna go do North Overworld. Yeah, he can actually do the mirror ledge here and the King's Tomb with the mirror. Because you can get here with the mirror here as well. So this is pretty good routing too. He could also go if he wants and do Catfish. If he had the bow, I'd say you could do Pod after, but still no lamp. Stacking up some hearts here. Yeah, you can go to Pyramid after this too. Yeah, there's a lot of ways. There's a lot of kind of like nasty overworld spots to route in, and so it's nice to be able to do this and get a bunch of stuff. We're gonna see what's in this big chest. We still don't have the map for Dragon Master, so we'll see. No, Blind has the map, and that's all the items out of Thieves Town. Looks like nothing here.
That's too bad. But it is Crystal, so obviously he's gonna go ahead and finish it.
And there's the plastic shield for Walkingeye in King's Tomb.
Yeah, technically crystals are progressive items in a way.
We'll see how this blind fight goes. He's got 7 hearts, and having the fighter sword can make this a little trolly. You don't have a lot of reach, but it looks like he's handling it well so far. He's pulling out his cape just in case, but he doesn't have a whole lot of magic. I don't know exactly how many hits he can get off with the cape. But this looks like it's going to be okay. He just needs to get 3 more hits. He's got it. No problem. He only took 3 hits there. We do have a Catfish check from Walkingeye. We'll see what he does after this. If he just kind of saves and quits, it goes back to Dark World from Sanctuary, or he's got a lot of options he can do, actually.
Yeah, you know, if you have a lot of hearts, and especially with Blue Mail... Oh, he didn't have Blue Mail, did he?
Nope, Blue Mail was in Escape, front part of Escape, so he hasn't found that yet.
Oops. But if you have a lot of hearts, Blind isn't too difficult. You could just face tank the damage. And
there's our third sword Catfish coming through! Oh, man. Wow. I wonder if Dragon Master is ever going to find it. Well, you know, he still hasn't done Zora yet, so maybe he's going to come up here and pair that with Zora, and he'll be able to get that that Tempered Sword, because he's going to find his Master Sword right here, actually.
And especially without Hookshot, if he completely forgets that location, then he will wind up going everywhere else. So he's going to get that Tempered Sword sooner or later.
Yeah, Catfish is one that people tend to leave as long as possible because it's such a pain to get to. And we're going to see... Looks like we're going to get a Pyramid check as well. He's trying to get the spin speed, and he's finally got it. Nothing doing at the pyramid, so where to next? Is he gonna hammer down and go to Hype Cave, or is he gonna go over to Pod? Oh, he had second thoughts.
Probably shouldn't.
He probably shouldn't go to Pod because the bow is easily available. He can get the bow right now. It's at library, but he's gonna do Hype Cave now. I'm actually wondering if he doesn't know that's in the library. Maybe he never checked.
Because I know he checked race game. That'd be rather silly if he didn't check library as well. Unless he subscribes to the ASMLM philosophy of never bother checking just for knowledge if you can't actually get the item. But in this case, it would have paid off very handily.
Alright, looks like I think we're gonna get a Bombos check and then probably gonna pair Stumpy and... No, he's just gonna go to Swamp!
Wow.
Yeah, he's going in the Swamp. Okay, here we go.
Although, you know, with this routing, like after Swamp, he could go up to Stumpy, check the mirror spot.
Yeah, I imagine he's gonna route in his Bombos, then Stumpy, Shovel, and then end up doing digging game.
Library.
Yeah, and then library, and also there's that other mirror check too. So this is pretty good. The only question thing is that, you know, maybe going in here early because it's a pendant, maybe. But you know, you do have everything for this dungeon. There's a lot of items in here.
Version 26, you do pendant dungeons. You always do pendant dungeons.
Yeah, but we've seen, man. I've seen some stuff. You know, maybe that. The flippers haven't led to anything yet.
The Moon Pearl has, though. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where sometimes you end up getting all this stuff, but they all lead to something else anyway. Single arrow. Oh, well, it's a good thing he came in here. He's now blessed for the rest of his run.
Confirmed. Did not cheat. He knows where the single arrow is.
We're getting this north overworld check from Dragonmaster. So doing the same kind of routing that the Walkingeye did. He's going to be finding just 20 rupees in here and a plastic shield in King's Tomb. We'll see if he goes to Catfish and gets his tempered sword. We're also going to see if Walkingeye will do the left side of Swamp or if he'll just go ahead and maybe do the front part. Sometimes people just go until they find an item in a pendant dungeon and say, aha, this is the thing in the pendant dungeon that I was supposed to come in for. I don't have to check all the other chests. I know, maybe Mitts are in here or Kane or something like that, and he'll just be like, cool, that's what I was here for.
It's one of those things where if you skip left side, it's surely going to have something, but if you go to left side, it's going to have map and compass.
Oh, and you're already finding the compass, so maybe you're just more likely to be like, well, there's something there anyway. Yep, he is going to go ahead and do left side. You know, we've seen races won or lost based on someone doing left side or not. Sometimes you do left side and there's nothing and your opponent skips it and you lose by a minute and that's it. Or sometimes you go in there and there's the bow and, well, you've won because your opponent skipped it. Dragonmaster going to fill his bottles with all this money. And it does look like he's going to head to Zora and Catfish and get his tempered sword and his 3 bombs.
Blue potions are always handy if you're coming by here anyway.
So maybe, well, let's hope for his sake that he remembers when he goes to Sick Kid with that bottle that he didn't check the back of Blindsight and he goes in there and finds the hookshot.
Let's hope so.
Someone's watching a race yesterday mentioning about left side swamp. Yeah, I did catch that part of the race yesterday. Who was it? Killer App skipped left side swamp with the... Oh, Dragonmaster was like, I'm gonna be really slick and I'm gonna mirror away when Catfish throws me something useless, and he was about to do it, and he's like, wait a minute, that's a sword. All right, let's see what's on left side of swamp. Kano Samaria, what? Oh, the big red machine on left side, and 10 arrows.
Pendant dungeons, man, I'm telling you.
Oh my god, what a good play. Well, so the cane is necessary. We know it's necessary, but it doesn't open a whole lot. So that might be something where it's not such a big deal to go in here early to find it. Now, it's a big deal to find it at all, and not maybe a trolley location, but man!
Let's take one more item off the go mode list.
Yeah, I mean, it's big. It's big that he found it, but he's going to keep going and check the rest of this. But, like, until he gets mitts and flute, right, that doesn't lead to anything. There's a lot of stuff he needs, or a couple of things he needs before the cane comes into play as something that's an actual item.
And either of the rods tend to be trolley as well. We don't have any life source whatsoever. We still got to find that lamp.
Yep, we need lamp. We need
flute. Odds and mire.
We need ice and ice and fire on. And we don't know where the lamp is either. There's the mitts. Oh, and the what? Mitts, cane, and flute in Pendant Swamp.
Wow.
He's gonna kill. At this rate, the fire rod's gonna be at Sahasrara, so you might as well kill the guy. Swamp! Oh man, this is totally V26 logic. They found they found all of this really early. If Dragon Master doesn't find the hookshot, he is absolutely screwed because it is required to get mitts and the flute.
Yeah. I guess in a way, at least he won't have to go too far to.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna do pod. He's gonna finish Eastern. And he might check desert before coming to swamp. But I mean, I'm sure he knows at the back of his mind if he doesn't find anything here that that's the swamp play is always looming real. But man, they got everything they needed to go into swamp and finish it pretty early. So it's not surprising. But man, I've never seen a pendant dungeon payout like that. 3 required items in swamp. Jeez.
The closest thing I've seen, I have seen a seed where 2 pendant dungeons. What's it called? Skullwoods and Mire both had 2 items each.
Yeah, this is something crazy. Where was Hookshot? Back of Blind's hut. So Dragon Master actually bombed open the back of Blind's hut and didn't go inside. So he is in a very bad spot because Hookshot paid off big time in this seed. Now he can go ahead and he can do pod. He doesn't have the lamp, so it's going to be tricky doing the back part of pod. But he can. He's just gonna peace out. No, he realized he's got the bow, so he can do this. He thought he was bow locked, but he realized, oh, I do have the bow. I got that thing from the library. So Walkingeye is gonna go ahead and he's gonna do his original plan, which was check this overworld right here, or these mirror spots. But man, he's got so much available to him right now. He's going to be able to get back into Kakariko and Mirror and just activate his flute.
Wonder if he'll do chest right after this, or if he'll just head on.
Oh, actually, he's going to do desert? Oh, okay. This isn't what I had imagined. Oh, there's Ice Rod. It's on the desert ledge, so that early book leads to an Ice Rod.
Wow. What kind of jet seed is this?
Yeah, that's the thing that we were saying. Back of Blind's Hut is basically one of those spots where it's just like he doesn't know he skipped it, so he's not going to go back there for a while. And he's got enough places here that it's going to be a long time before he heads back there. I really don't know when he's going to go back there. We're going to see Walkingeye cash in his flute now. He's got a lot of places he can go. He can get up to Death Mountain. He can do the Mire area. He still doesn't have his bow. He can get his bow after he cashes in the flute. That's a library. Maybe he forgot about it because he hasn't gone back for it, but maybe he just realized he didn't need it yet. He said, I'm going to go to Swamp, so I don't need the bow yet.
I would have preferred the play on South Dark World first. Just route his way up to the library.
Yeah, I don't think I would have gone into desert after Bombos when I got the flute, because I was just going to go back and check once I flute that. I would have just come back up here and then cash in my flute like that. But he's going to go ahead and check Village of Outcasts.
Well, I don't know. At least checking Agnes cave kind of makes sense, because it's a bit of a walk into the cave. You kind of want to save and quit out of that.
Alright, so what's going on is Hookshot was in the back of blind side, and Dragon Master forgot to check it, and now he's behind because Pendant Swamp had Cane, Mitts, and Flute, and Walkingeye has all of that, and Mitts and Flute are Hookshot locked. So until Dragon Master makes his way back to blind side, he is basically screwed, and that could be a very long time before he does it. Because in his mind, he's probably already checked it and it was nothing. So he's doing this dark maze in Pi. He's doing it well. He's already found one thing. But man, he's basically doing all of this, and like he's in the most awkward position of his life. And Walkingeye is like so comfortable right now with everything he's got, and he's basically just Fire Rod away, and maybe Quake. Oh, he'll want the lamp too.
Okay. Oh, that's nice. Dragon Master finding the big key right before the big chest.
I sure Dragon Master found a maze. He found the blue rupee. I don't know what the other thing was. Did he find the sword? No, he didn't find the sword. Were all the items occupied by Hookshot and
Fire Rod, there we go.
Just the mitts. Oh, he found Fire Rod. Well, there it is. Okay, so Fire Rod's in pod, so that's nice. And you can go back and finish off Skull Woods, but there's really not anything left. Would that be? Do we know where everything is now? Is that like everything we need?
Ooh, just lamp if you don't want to do Mire in the dark. Other than that, I think so.
Walkingeye will probably get a third sword too, because it's at Stumpy, so that's the one he's missing, and he's probably doing that after this. Yeah, the thing is they still haven't gone to Death Mountain, right? Because it's a sequence break. He's got a lot of places left he can check. He still hasn't gone into the front of Escape.
It's not a sequence break anymore with the flute.
Well, no, but it would be for Dragon Master, and Dragon Master can't get a flute out of that hook shot. So what I'm saying, Dragon Master has a lot of places he can check for stuff, but maybe he'll rule out Death Mountain because it is a sequence break. But he's still got front of Escape to do. Yeah. Yeah,
so he's pretty limited, which is actually a good thing in Randomizer.
But I imagine he'll dip into Pendant Swamp and find the cane, and then like be really confused because the cane doesn't actually unlock anything. He can actually check. He can finish Skull Woods now and do the back of Skull Woods. He could sequence break up to Hera and do it with the Fire Rod if that's required. And maybe he'll do that and just assume the lamp is somewhere. He hasn't gone to the desert yet, so it might be a long time before he goes back to Blind anyway. Yeah, that's a good point. He knows the hookshot can't be in GT. Because he won't be able to get there, but yeah, no Ice Palace, no Turtle Rock plays, so yeah, that's good at least.
Unless he forgets that lamp is needed to get up Death Mountain at this point.
All right, Fire Eye coming in handy for the Turtle Room, and he's gonna kill himself with Helmusar. Walkingeye will be Walkingeye will be completing Thieves Town shortly, and then doing some South Overworld.
Hopefully getting that bow finally. I wonder if Walkingeye actually forgot what was on Library and just never checks that. We might have ourselves an even race.
It would be a very long race. It would just come down to one person checking the thing they forgot, and it would be really painful to watch. We'll see. I mean, you only really need it for pod, and he's got a lot of places he can go, so maybe he's just sort of limiting where he can go anyway. Yeah, they might need Ether, and they might need Ether to get. We haven't seen Mire or Turtle Rock yet.
True.
Because we did just get the mitts, and then Walkingeye decided not even to go to the mitt spots yet, so.
Yeah, I guess the lamp could actually be anywhere on Death Mountain.
Yeah, because the flute. Yeah,
Except the old man.
That's the problem. If Dragon Master, he decides not to do Eastern. He mirrored there. I thought he was gonna do Eastern, but he just saved and quit. We're gonna see what he's gonna do now. Yeah, there's some places it can be. He's gonna go Dick Spot, I believe.
Because the thing about the this mode in Randomizer, we're doing open mode. What is it? Normal difficulty, I think. Glitchless. They are allowed to do minor glitches when racing, but the logic will never put things in a place that will require glitches. So they decided that doing rooms in the dark without the lamp should not be required for a glitchless run. So they know that anything involving going through a dark room will not require lamp. So anything they find in dark rooms without the lamp is considered a sequence break, and it's something they have to keep in mind while they're routing and looking for things.
Yeah, sometimes it's not a big deal because sometimes you just, you got it. You're like, oh, lamp's gonna be somewhere stupid, and I could just skip this. Are we gonna get the mirror here? Yes, and so we're gonna get our bow from Walkingeye. So it looks like he is pretty much all set to go ahead and finish with a big lead. Until Dragon Master gets that hook shot, it's gonna be pretty bad. He can go through desert now. I think that's what he's heading for.
I'm kind of surprised he didn't save the frog, since he's right here.
I think he'll do that after.
Okay.
Yeah. You can go back in the blinds for no reason, please. He's gonna do desert. He's gonna be picking up his ice rod. That's on the desert ledge. So he'll have. Luckily for him, he can't get into Turtle Rock, because the mitts are locked behind the hook shot. So he that's not gonna put him on like a wild goose chase. He's not gonna be like, oh, fire an ice rod. I can go up there and do Turtle Rock now. But two of the things he needs to do that are locked behind the hook shot. The cane and the mitts.
Good reason. Nice thing about not having the item you need is that you can't do the things that will lead you on a wild goose chase.
Alright, we're freeing the swag duck here.
All rise. I guess you can't hear the swag duck anthem.
No, which is sad.
You won't be for a really long time because the audio's on Dragon Master soon. And you won't have flute for a while.
We're gonna Sick check, which is just 10 arrows, and so Dragon Master did not realize once he checked Sick Kid that he could go back and blindside, so
Oh, he did check Sick Kid?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw that. Alright, maybe Desert has something. I mean, at this point, we kind of know where everything is, so Desert can't really have anything. Desert might have the lamp, I guess.
Got silver arrows.
I think Desert might have the lamp.
It's a possibility.
Gotta be in a lot of places though at this point, because
that would be really unfortunate. That would lead him up to Desert.
We kind of found a bunch of stuff so that you wouldn't need the lamp. There's really been nothing that's been lamp locked at all, so it could be anywhere. It could be in ice. Yeah,
it's really important that he doesn't find it until he gets up to a mountain.
Yeah, Pod was in the Fire Rod was actually Fire Rod was lamp locked. It was in the maze in Pod, so Correct. That is something. So it can't be just about anywhere, but we do have Bombos, so that means it can be in ice. Mm-hmm. Yep, Walkingeye checked Desert Ledge and Nagina after he did Bombos after Swamp, so he's gonna know where Ice Rod is. So he's pretty much in go mode once he goes in the pod and finds the Fire Rod.
Yeah, and that I can't imagine that'll take very long because he has flute, he has bow, he has mirror.
He might be waiting. He might be waiting until he has lamp, because I probably wouldn't go to pod without the lamp until I was kind of sure the lamp was in there, or kind of sure that it's a really dumb location that I don't want to go for.
I see so many runners opting to do dark rooms that I forget that it's kind of tough. Oh man, this is a big peeve of mine. Walking into that circle of bushes for the circle of bushes chest or item location.
K45. All right, he's gonna be getting his
losing frames, man. You gotta take the time to slash those bushes.
All right, there's his temperate sword, and he's gonna get the dig spot, which I believe was not much.
Nah, 20 rips.
Yeah, I really don't think the Skullwoods isn't gonna be anything. Like, there's really nothing important that could come out of Skullwoods. The only thing that we don't know, we don't know where Silvers are, we don't know where Lamp is, and the last sword. That's kind of it. That's the wrong spot.
It can't be the Lamp because it requires Fire Rod. But it could be Silvers or Butter. His thumb didn't quite go all the way to the 7.
Oh, there's Butter Sword. It's in the purple chest. Oh,
hey.
Come on. All right, so what are we doing now? Death Mountain or Hera? It looks like, or Desert. Looks like it's gonna be, or in the Mire area too.
Yeah, Mire.
We'll see if he goes in the Mire. I mean, I don't imagine he wouldn't. It's Ether though, so we do need Ether.
Oh wow. All right.
So not gonna mode yet, although it could be here. No. Although it could be here. No.
So we're just looking for Ether and a Lamp, pretty much. Walkingeye knows where Ice Rod is. We know where Fire Rod is.
Yeah. Dragonmaster has both rods, but he's okay. Is he going? Every time he goes to Kakariko, my heart hopes. There's the Lamp. Checkerboard Cave.
Hey. All right.
So Lamp is also hookshot locked because you need the flute and the mitts to get here.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's very good.
Well,
that's a very good thing, I think.
I mean, Dragonmaster already did some really tough dark rooms, so I mean, he's gonna see that before he goes in the Mire, I assume. So it doesn't really matter at this point. He's gonna go finish Skullwoods because what else can he do, really? He can sequence break now up to Desert if he wants to do that, but he's not gonna find anything of consequence there.
He's already sequence breaking to get into the back of Skullwoods with that Fire Rod in the dark room.
Oh man, Walkingeye is gonna get his Fire Rod soon, and he's basically going to be in go mode until he finds Ether. Actually, he needs to find Ether. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we'll see if he can go to Turtle Rock after this, but I'll be sure he's going to be checking Death Mountain and Dark Death Mountain after he does Pod and getting his Fire Rod.
Oh, he didn't. He hasn't gotten his Ice Rod yet.
Yeah, so we'll probably do Desert after. I assumed I guess he was going to plan on getting it. He was going to do Mire and then Desert, and then he just kind of forgot to do Desert when he was there.
Yeah, it's kind of tricky because even though it's the same location that he just was, in reality, you gotta take a portal to get there, so it takes just as long to either get to your portal and walk all the way, or just flute to 5. So you could put it off for as long as you want, and it'll still take just as long.
Well, I mean, he found the Lamp and Checkerboard. Yeah, and then he just forgot. Yeah. So he was like, oh, I don't have a fire source, so I'm just gonna check to see if I can go to Mire and then see if there's I don't know.
I guess
there's a whole bunch of times in this game where something happens and you don't properly realize what just happened until you're 5 minutes away from the thing it would be good for.
He's probably just holding off until he gets Ether. Doesn't even want to bother going into the desert yet.
Well, he might need that Ice Rod, right? Because maybe Ether's in Turtle Rock, and it would make sense to go into Turtle Rock, and then the game might expect you to go into Turtle Rock and then come out and then do Mire last. So,
that's a good point for sure. Hopefully, he'll get that Ice Rod before going up Death Mountain.
Yeah, he knows where it is. He's seen it twice now.
Where else could he go? I guess Ice Palace. Although that's a pendant, so he probably won't bother with that.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to Ice Palace anytime soon. He'll go up Dark Death Mountain before anything else, but she really should do Desert to get the Ice Rod so he can just knock out Turtle Rock real quick.
And before Ice has Ether.
Yeah, if Ice Palace has Ether, but I mean, it's all kind of academic until Dragon Master goes back. Dragon Master is going to get his Blue Mill and Escape, but not the item he's looking for, which is, well, he's looking for a lot of items. He doesn't realize he's looking for Hookshot. We know he needs Hookshot, but actually, that's not what he needs. He's looking for Mitts or maybe the lamp or something like that. He knows he needs Cane. He knows he needs Mitts.
Luckily, he won't find him.
Yeah. Yeah, I still want the lamp because it's a fire source. They don't have Fire Rod yet. He's gonna get Fire Rod soon, and Dragon Master has Fire Rod, so he's probably like, yeah, okay, whatever. Lamp is in some dumb place that I didn't check. But at this point, they've checked everything. He hasn't checked Bombo's tablet, so it could be there, something like that. It could be one of the weird places to check. But
Walkingeye found what, a bomb upgrade in Bombo's tablet?
Something like that, yeah.
One of the things that we don't care about.
Yeah, Dragon Master's about to be stumped. Is he gonna go to the back? Oh, he's gonna check the sewer chest.
Yeah. Oh, is he? That has a map, doesn't it?
I thought it did, but I wasn't paying enough attention. I'm really bad at tracking dungeon items. There's the Fire Rod for Walkingeye. Oh, yeah.
I just looked at his equipment. He doesn't have the map.
Does it show the map?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it showed the big key.
So it does have a map. Alright, that's what we thought, but yeah, there it is. Yeah, that was kind of... That's kind of one of those moves where you're like, okay, what now?
Wait, it didn't show big key. What the heck? That's weird. It showed the big key when it was in the castle, but not when it was in the basement. For the sewers.
He's going back. He's going to go sequence break Death Mountain? Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think there's anything up here except maybe Ether. But Hera's up here, so he can do Hera.
I wonder if he's gonna go into the dark room. Is he continuing on? Ooh. It's not a good sign.
If he finds Ether over here, I mean, he can't go into Mire. I don't know. What would he do?
He can't really find anything besides maybe silver, powder.
I mean, it's gonna get to the point where
items
he has nothing to do, and then it's just gonna be a race to see if he remembers that he skipped blind, or he just goes there first. One of the few checks you make.
Nice job dashing with the old man following. That jogging in place strats.
That's how fast I run normally.
Ditto.
So that just looks normal to me. And nothing I've done Mountain so far. Yeah, Dragon Master's actually been playing pretty well. He's gonna have Hera done. I mean, he's got Hera and Skullwoods done ahead. Like, basically, all he has to do is find the hookshot, go in a swamp, and get his items, and it's really pretty neck and neck because they're just gonna have different crystals to do, and he's gonna be in go mode once he gets the swamp.
I'm a little surprised he's doing Spike Cave before Hera.
Only 300 rupees. Yeah,
I
we just
do
gotta find.
generally like Spike Cave, but
He's gonna walk back out.
huh. It'd be much faster to save and quit to whatchamacallit, to the mountain cave. Oh dear.
Alright, looks like he's gonna go check Hera now.
It did cost him a blue potion, but it's he's got plenty of money to buy more.
Walkingeye is gonna go ahead and finish off Eastern. There's an item at Armos, so this is not a bad play. I mean, there's other places he could go. He knows he can't go to Meyer, but he could go up Death Mountain and find some stuff. But we'll see maybe if this is the right play and Death Mountain has nothing. I mean, if you go based off E26, Ether's going to be in Hera, right? Because it's a dungeon. They haven't checked it. Either that or Turtle Rock, so...
Interesting. Dragonmaster hasn't paid... No, he has paid Zora, right?
Yeah, he went back to Zora when he checked Catfish. And basement's required to get the big key.
And then he walked back for some reason. Yeah, this indeed confirms that every item in Hera is a sequence break.
Yeah, that's true. Although, really, there's really no significant items left for him. I mean, he has to find a lot of significant items, but we know there's nothing significant that would lead to anything else. It's just at this point.
This is really surprising. Death Mountain without a major item.
Yeah, it's just by the time you get access here, you found just about everything else. It was gated behind Mirror and Hookshot and Hammer and Moon Pearl and Gloves. It's
so rare.
Yeah. Yeah, there's an item on Armos, so he's gonna go ahead and he also doesn't know the pedestal, I think. He knows where Ice Ride is. He doesn't know where Ether is. And Armos only has a blue rupee, so still need that Ether medallion to get in the mire and do go mode. So maybe he's going to go ahead and go grab that Ice Rod and head up to Death Mountain and just think it's in Turtle Rock or Hera. Yeah, he's got to go to Desert to go ahead and get the... Oh, he's gonna go cash in his green pendant at Sahasrahla. So maybe Ether is at Sahasrahla. Nice. We forgot about this because the green swamp is a green pendant. If Ether is at Ether is from the green pendant, then Swamp is the most loaded dungeon of all time. Nope, just red rupee.
Little known fact: you can't enter your portal when you're carrying a bomb. So he actually used that to his advantage to get past his portal that was in his way.
Yep. That's really useful if you drop the purple chest on the portal around when you're doing like the mirror ledge. I've done that before, and just pick up a bomb. You can pick it up without going in the portal and losing your chest. He's gonna go finish off Skullwoods now. There's nothing here, but it's a good play. I think he's just making sure that he wants to find everything before going up Death Mountain. Because maybe he wants to make sure that he does Turtle Rock and Hera last, and he can just go right into G Tower, which is admirable from an efficiency standpoint. But
yeah,
I think Ether's going to be up there. But no, just a Cane of Berna at Moldorm, so not in Hera.
It could be in the back of Skull Woods, can it? Or did
no? We've already seen.
Oh, right.
It was in the back of Skull Woods.
Did that. And will he go so far as to start and go through Ice Palace?
Pedestal is just a bomb upgrade, so unfortunately not gonna get you ether.
Yeah, but this is still important because it is a crystal. You might as well do it, knowing that there's an item here.
Yeah, I mean, Walkingeye might not know what's in the pedestal. He's done Eastern Palace and he's done Swamp, so he might think,
Might as well.
Yeah, well, he could check pedestal here. I guess he'll probably do that. That'll save him the embarrassment. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that Dragon Master can find that would lead him in anywhere else. So he's just gonna be actually stumped and stuck. And Blindside is really that's a place I haven't seen people skip, man. But I guess it's a lot more common in open mode because maybe you just forget you've had. I mean, he had the bombs there. Maybe you just don't have the bombs. You forget about it in open mode sometimes. But
though to be honest, he's not that far behind. He does have 5 crystals.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as he gets the hook shot and then he goes into Swamp, he will have everything he needs, and then all he's gonna have to do is do Meyer and T-Rock. It's
2 bombs back to back.
I think in all likelihood he's gonna go into Swamp and he's going to find the cane, and then he's gonna get really confused on the left side, and he get really confused because he doesn't know where hook shot is. There's Ether. So Ether is in
Septic Cave.
Yeah. And there's Walkingeye checking the pedestal, so nothing there. Fat Fairy next. Does he have? I suppose he does. Hera and what was the other one? I don't remember. But he's got both.
So he's gonna go into Swamp, I reckon.
He might do Fat Fairy actually before he does Swamp.
Oh, nice.
Going into Swamp is absolutely the correct play, but it's also absolutely the incorrect play. We know it's not the play. Walkingeye...
You won't get him anywhere, but we'll get him an important item.
Yeah, if you're playing the Seed and you don't have hookshot, you're like, oh, I guess it's in Swamp. Just go do that. And then you get really confused that hookshot's not in there, and then you start to panic.
This is really interesting because he's gonna find some Mario in Swamp, and then he'll be completely lost, and then he's hopefully eventually going to find that hookshot. It's pretty much the only place he hasn't checked outside of these, and the only place he could go after that is straight back into Swamp.
Yeah, he's one item at EP, and then he knows it's not. Luckily for him, he knows it's not pedestal. He did the pedestal check really early, so he's not going to go blind pull or anything like that. Fat Fairy is not going to have anything of consequence. There's really nothing of consequence left in any of these spots. I mean, except the Bucknet, of course. And
Walkingeye opting to spin the statues for some reason in Desert instead of setting the portal there and mirroring into the back.
Yeah, I was wondering about that, why he didn't just mirror, but I guess maybe it's... I don't know.
Because when you go into the left door, you could just mirror out and go straight to the back.
Yeah, that's faster, doing the mirror strats, because you're getting out of there faster. Hurricane's left side Swamp, and Hookshot, unfortunately, blocks Mitts and Flute in the back. So, luckily for him, he's not going to have to finish Swamp, but he's now doing Bombo's Tablet. He's cursing himself. He's like, oh, of course, it's Bombo's Tablet. I always forget to do this. This is, I should have done this. Should have done this ages ago. And he's going to do it, and he's going to be like, I guess it's in Swamp.
Want.
Yeah, I mean, if he finds the hook shot, the problem is he's going to go to the Swamp right now. This is where he's heading. Oh, no. Oh, no. I do have to say, so I think the best part of watching Randomizer and Randomizer races, it's way better watching two people race than watching just one person do these runs, because you do have this knowledge, and it's the dramatic irony of, you know, something that they don't. And so it makes every play that much crazier. So you see this and your heart just sinks because you're like, no, he's gonna go in there and he's gonna have to double dip because he's not gonna find what he needs. He's gonna come back, and this is, yeah. I mean, the problem is he's gonna do this and come back. I mean, it's not so bad if he finds a hook shot and immediately comes back here, because I mean, he's got to drain it again, but you know, just heading to the back of the dungeon and finding everything is gonna be pretty quick.
Double dipping swamp is awful because of that. To go in the dark world and mirror, and drain it, go back into the dark world.
Yeah, I mean, we did see, even so right at the beginning, we kind of saw that Walkingeye had some problems because he had to farm for bombs and everything like that, and Dragon Master kind of quickly took the lead, and like he was always just ahead until the swamp play, and like he's done some really good stuff, and he's done some dark rooms and made some tough calls and, you know, some tough situations, and he's been fine. It's just that, you know, if he had the hook shot, I definitely feel like he'd be winning right now, but I just don't know when he's ever going to go back and get the hook shot.
I sense a moment of staring at the map coming soon.
Ether is in Death Mountain. It is on East Death Mountain, so Walkingeye is going to go ahead and find that soon.
Yep. Stepped a cave pretty quick to find. It's one of the first things you're going to look at. So he's going to be in go mode real soon.
He's got 3 dungeons left to do. He's going to go ahead and he's going to full clear this looking for Ether. I mean, we'll see if he does Hera first, or if he hook shots to East Death Mountain before doing Hera.
I would guess he's going to wrap around the east side. But I don't know. If he's going to try going to Spectacle Rock first, that makes sense too. I guess the normal play is to go up Spectacle Rock first.
Yeah, and then some people drop down when they have the hook shot. I mean, with the mirror plus the hammer, you might as well just go up to Hera first. He realized he didn't go into Spectre Rock first, and then he's gonna go back and double back.
Okay.
Max plus 5, it's a interesting 1 hour and 12 minutes to get to Death Mountain. Yeah, pretty crazy. So he's not going to check Hera. He is going to go drop down and do east side. So we'll be finding his Ether and he'll be in go mode very quickly.
You never see Death Mountain this late.
All right, there's the cane for Dragon Master, and he's got to go back up here and check the right side, which has the big key. I actually don't know what's on the right side. The right side of the left.
I didn't care either.
That was so long ago. Walkingeye went to swamp like at 20 minutes. He was like, I know what I'm doing. Everything tells me to go to the swamp, so I'm doing it. Yeah, seeing that cane must be like, this opens up nothing. I get nothing from this. And he is now utterly baffled.
Yep.
He is utterly baffled. He has no idea where the cane's going to take him. It can't take him anywhere. He has no idea what he's doing, and now he must be thinking he's missed something. And there's Ether for Walkingeye. So let's go mode at 1 hour, 14 minutes, and 30 seconds. Yeah, Dragon Master is absolutely baffled.
Yeah, with 5 crystals, 4 crystals in hand.
Yep. Yeah, the lamp is also locked behind that hook shot. So he doesn't know. He doesn't know. He's, I believe, checked everything. He's gonna go to VP, I suppose. Or
That wouldn't make sense because it requires lamp.
Yeah, but he has to check everything
check
else
it while he's thinking, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he'll just think about the stuff that he hasn't done yet and go do it.
What he's got to think about is the stuff he has done yet. How long?
I'm in the pot? Did he think he missed something in pot? Or is he going to mirror and then... Where's Hookshot? The back of Blind's hut, unfortunately. That's where Hookshot is. Dragonmaster forgot to check it, and he's now suffering
kind of
for
a blind
it.
Spot from him.
Oh. Does I maybe not realize he's in go mode?
He's looking for a big key.
Maybe he's. Oh no, they're saying that he should have gone to Meyer right away, because it'd have been more efficient to go to to leave once he's got the ether and just go do Meyer in go mode, and then come back up here and do T-Rock Hera, because it's really because T-Rock Hera, and then you have Ganon's Tower.
That's true. What would you do? I guess 7 quid out of Septic Cave, go to either Mountain or your house in Cluedo.
Yeah, I think this play is okay, but yeah, Dragonmaster is going to go ahead and do the back of EP. I think this is a blue rupee. He's not going to know what he's doing after this. I mean, he's still not really behind. Honestly, if he can make his way and get this hookshot immediately, he can make a contest of it, but...
you can't expect this to be anything.
No.
Unless he thinks maybe they did something where it lets you continue with a fire rod. But even then,
no,
fire rod was in a dark room.
He might just think like, oh, I forgot lamp was at some. I just missed lamp. I forgot to check some spot, and it's lamp, and hookshot's back here, right? That's what he's thinking. Like that's a totally reasonable gamble. Like lamp usually shows up early, so maybe he just. I missed the lamp, and hookshot is back here. It's probably like not a bad chance to take. He knows he hasn't checked this, and there's a chance that it has what he needs, some sort of progression that'll get him somewhere. I mean, it could also have been, Mitts.
Good Armos fight.
Yeah, but now he's really baffled.
Nope, never mind, I spoke too soon. You needed to move a little bit right to get that last Armos.
Oh, we're going to see how long this takes him to figure out what to do.
Time to retrace steps.
That's always the worst feeling.
Time for a map check, right? Save and quit. We're at the spawn locations.
All right. So, Walkingeye did find powder, and he was able to ferry the powder those anti-fairies and get full health back. He is going to check pedestal again. Did he forget what it was? He's gonna double check pedestal. No, right? Pedestal was not something, right? I mean, he doesn't have mitts, so he can't. Oh no, he doesn't have mitts, so he's actually gonna go to Dark World.
Yeah.
He didn't do blacksmiths, but he can't do blacksmiths.
Right.
Where does Dragon need to go? Blind's house. He forgot to check the back of Blind's house.
He opened it up, and it was like, oh, well, the room's open. I must have done it already.
All right, meanwhile, Walkingeye is making his way through T-Rock. Things are going pretty well. Blue Mail, Butter Sword, do that for you. Although this roller room is not going well. He's going to go into Thieves Town? I mean, this is the wrong Blind's house. This is the wrong Blind's house.
This is Blind's town, not Blind's house.
Take the mirror. Take mirror, and then go. Oh.
Yeah, he's checking the making sure he does.
Yeah, I think he went in there and he checked. It was like, do I have? It was like, did I get everything in here? Like, okay.
His map and compass. Did you check the big chest? No. Don't want to walk all the way back there.
All right, so Walkingey's gonna have to do some laser bridge shenanigans to find a small key. Not there. All right, good laser skip though. I don't think he did. No, he did check Bumper Cave. Oh, he's got mirror shield, so he doesn't have to do laser skips. But did he actually just get the mirror shield?
Oh, did he just get that?
He did just get the mirror shield in that chest, so he get to do the.
Was this even randomized?
He's gonna check the last chest, and it is. I guess he's looking for silvers.
I guess so.
Oh, this is hard to watch. I feel so bad for Dragon Master. Totally winnable race, and he made a mistake 5 minutes in, and it's gonna cost him.
And he's a couple minutes behind. Not as much as you would think for missing hookshot, but that's
luckily for him, hookshot. If he finds the hookshot, it will lead him to everything else he needs. Literally, it'll get him the other 2 items that he is missing for go mode.
It pretty much immediately gives him.
It immediately tells him where to go. As soon as he finds hookshot, he knows where he has to go to go. He's looking for some item right now. He's probably thinking he needs mitts, but hookshot will lead to mitts and then flute, and he'll be able to go ahead and just do Mire and T-Rock. So he's only going to be a dungeon back. Well, not even a dungeon back. They're both at 5 crystals. It's just it'll be T-Rock versus Hera to do. Yeah, but he's completely lost because, like I said, that's one of the worst things you could forget, because you're never going to go back there. Yeah, but I mean, even then, that's like a logic thing. Like, oh, I messed up part of the logic of this game, whereas this is something like, oh, I just forgot one location. No, he's gonna go back in the desert, check Agina's cave. I mean, that's a pretty good check, I guess. This is something that people sometimes forget.
Yeah.
We saw Mikan lose a race because Kana Samaria was in here and he forgot to check that.
You know what would be the worst thing ever is if he does finally go to Blind's house, go down there and see he bombed the opening and just leaves.
Oh no, please don't tell me that. He actually didn't check Agina's cave. He saw the chest and he was so happy that he had found the place that he missed, and it was 20 rupees.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. I didn't know he had forgotten that one.
Yeah, I mean, I've done that too, right? You're like, oh,
yeah,
one location I'm missing, and especially there's like 5 of them, and it's actually a location you're just absolutely sure you've checked. You look at it like 5 times, you're like, I know I've been there. I absolutely know I've been there. He knows he's been the blind side. He knows he bombed open the back of the wall, and he's just not gonna. He's not gonna find it. The DM9, no, he actually bombed open the hut, and he placed the bomb and he checked the other 4 chests, and then he left without going into the back. And no, you can't watch replays, so he can't go back and watch his VOD and see what he missed.
I wasn't sure about that. Obviously, you wouldn't be able to watch the other racers stream or the restream.
Yeah, you can't. No outside information. I mean, I guess that wouldn't be outside information, but that would be You think you can watch your own VOD? Oh, you can? All right, maybe you can do that.
Okay.
You don't have any rule. That is true. There really is no rule. I would think it would be kind of covered, but it seems weird that would be something that you... I guess streaming is required for all SRL races, so it's not like something that would come up beforehand. You could watch it at like 2 times using the Twitch playback. He's checking Lumberjack. Yeah, that's a good spot to check. Did you check the boot spots? Maybe he forgot to check. He checked King's Tomb. I know that. He's got the baby shield.
Yep, confirmed heart piece at Aghanims Lumberjack hut. Or Lumberjack cave.
I mean, it's already heartbreaking. There's really nothing. I mean, at this point, he is starting to fall pretty behind. If he doesn't find it immediately, he's going to be too far behind.
Yeah, times like these, you just gotta suck it up and just retrace all your steps. Start from the beginning, check like one place at a time.
Yeah, if he starts from the beginning, he'll get it really quickly. But yeah, he's looking through. He's probably like it's you go to like a website. You're like, all right, let me look at these maps. Where's all these items on this world? Check them off one by one.
Yeah. Yeah, you could totally use a tracker. You use a map.
Yeah, he probably is already too far behind. I mean, it's going to be just Hera left pretty soon. So that's going to be that. And he's going to have to do T-Rock. The fact that he has to go in the swamp and then also he's behind T-Rock is pretty big. He's also not going to get that butter sword, which doesn't matter too much, but it is another disadvantage.
Where was butter?
The purple chest.
Oh.
So I mean, he finds Mitz and he's in go mode basically. I mean, he'll find Mitz and then Flute right after that, and he'll be in go mode. So nothing to it.
I guess Silvers would be in Ganon's tower.
Seems likely, or it could be in ice still.
Oh yeah.
We did full clear T-Rock, so it's not in there. I don't think... I'm trying to struggle to think there's any location that we actually haven't really checked yet, besides Ice Palace. Looks pretty complete. Maybe the Ice Rod Cave? I wonder if Dragonmaster checked Ice Rod Cave or not.
That's been checked, yeah. Don't remember what it was, but it was been checked.
Yeah. This is one of those that you relate to see happen, because there's always the drama of is he going to go back, but it just kind of ends up being a blowout when it could have been a really competitive race.
Oh, he's dashing away. Maybe he was opting to check the VOD. Oh, he's heading to Oh yeah, he is heading to... No, he's heading to Kakariko, I think. Just taking the skull.
I guess he wanted to check. Yeah, he wanted to check Lost Woods, and then maybe he's gonna go back to Dark World.
He probably thought cutting through the forest might be faster. Unfortunately, it's not.
Back in the Dark World, unfortunately. All right, Walkingeye has to go ahead and take out this eyeball. Is going to just stick a bunch of arrows in it, no problem. And he still has to go back up in New Hera, but he's going to be able to finish Hera and then go right into Ganon's tower from there. Way too early. Yeah, I was actually going to be like, okay, well, we do this thing where we guess where the big... Oh, no, he's still got to do Hera. Okay, cool.
Well, he can go up to Ganon's tower and then just mirror, and he's right there.
Yeah, but I mean, he can't enter Ganon's tower yet. Bumper Cave check. He's already checked it, but it's. I mean, that's a good trolley location. He's going through the list of all the really trolley locations that you forget. Which is like it's good places that he's checking, but unfortunately, it's not such a trolley location that people normally forget. Although people have been talking about people forgetting stuff in there. King's Tomb. He's already been in there. That's where that shield is. I guess there could be another shield. No, he's opened it.
I guess you could guess where the big key is in Hera, but we already know it's 3.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Maybe don't stop. I mean, some people can't really play when they're thinking, some people have trouble being like, all right, did I check this, and this? And it's like, oh, I should just check all these places. It might be faster to legit just go through and just check a bunch of places, especially with the boots and the flute. Well, he doesn't have the flute, but he's got boots. So he can cover a lot of ground quickly. Yeah, it's just, you generally don't miss a chest in Kakariko. Maybe he'll go back and he'll be like, maybe I missed Sick Kid. I mean, at this point, he knows he's lost. Like, I mean, you have to know you've lost at this point.
I was about to say, I hope he pulls out flute. Once again, he doesn't have it.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I have to, when you start out, you're just like, all right, I have all these items done. You like stop every time you get an item in a dungeon and you add it to the tracker just to make sure, because you just can't multitask. But I mean, dragonmaster knows what he's doing. So, but I guess he's just thinking really, really hard. He's just...
Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. He's thinking really, really hard. Sometimes you just gotta stop thinking and just go redo.
Okay, he is going into the swamp portal. We know he's been in swamp. Maybe he forgot. Maybe I had the big key and I didn't check swamp. Nope, he's gonna go up here.
Grove Ledge, maybe. Stumpy, dig game.
No, he's going towards Pyramid and Catfish. Okay. Oh, he's going towards Pod. He's done EP. He can't cash in Sahasrara.
Ooh.
Maybe he's going to check if he's finished Pod or missed something in Pod. He did Dark Room Pod. Is he going to go back and try to redo the Dark Rooms? Or maybe he skipped the top chest in Pod? Or... if he skipped the top chest in Pod, he's locked out. No. He did skip the top chest in Pod. But... that just has a small key. Looks like he's heading back towards the dark rooms. He just wanted to check this south room right here. That's what he was looking for. Maybe he skipped that one in the past and he thought of it just now. All right. Walkingeye is about to be... Yep, as soon as he gets this crystal, he's going to be able to head to Ganon's tower. So, let's play this game. 1 to 22. Where do you think? Where do you think the big key is in Ganon's tower? There's 22 spots it can be. You pick a number, and if you win, what do they win, Jagger? If they get it right,
they win. Beans.
Beans, the magical fruit. The more you eat, the better your computation skills.
Yeah. Sure. Okay.
One just ended.
I'm going.
Dragon Master's hoping for the dot done now, so he can just be like, "Where is it?" Why not cat toe beans? Well, unfortunately, there's only one cat, and this cat has no feet because he's a ghost and he floats around. It's not on the right side. Well, it's not in these first two chests. Walkingeye elects not to go right side, as we do see many of our racers do when they get a small key in these chests. There is half magic.
Open for fireball room.
Oh, he's going back in.
Oh,
he's going back in.
He's doing it.
He's
doing
the
it.
hook shot. All right,
He
he's got it. He's got it. He's planting so many bombs right now. So many bombs. All right, so he knows what he has to do.
I wonder if he'll catch up.
It's probably a little too late. He's got to go to swamp, get all of that, activate the flute, finish Meyer, and finish T-Rock, and then go into Ganon's tower. There's the big key. Let's
finally
see.
Gets the hook shot, and it's like, wait,
was that 6? That was 6. So if you said 6, you win beans.
Oh, all right. Beans for all of you 6 guessers. Did anyone even guess 6? I don't think anyone did.
I don't think anyone guessed 6. But if you would like to say 6 really quick, we will hand you some beans. What kind of beans? Lima beans? Baked beans?
I didn't think that far in advance.
Kidney beans? Pinto beans? So, Walkingeye...
How about lentil?
Making his way up here. He's having a little trouble with this Mimic, and he only actually has 5 arrows left. There are arrows in this room, though. All right. He won't need arrows the rest of the way, though. Does not have silvers, so he's going to have to do spins on Ganon. Jelly beans. All right.
Unfortunately, not jelly beans. Little known fact, jelly beans are not actually beans.
Besides, we did have jelly beans, and I ate them all.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm going to have to go jog off all those calories. Where I run as fast as you do with the old man in tow. All right. Good first arrow fired in this room. Unfortunately, can't hit the second Stalfos with this arrow. He's having a little trouble with it, but gonna get it. Dragonmaster takes the death in swamp. I didn't actually see what it was. Ether usage. Gonna go ahead and kill those guys. Yeah.
Looks like some people are getting pretty good at math already.
The square root of 36.
Yep.
I mean...
216 raised to the 1/3.
I don't know. I don't like math, so... I can't... I don't trust people who are good at math. Them book learning folks. We could deliver you a Sean bean. Unfortunately, it'll die as soon as you get it. Really, it's not much of a prize.
You might say you and math folks are pretty divided.
All right, Hemolus 2 is down. Gonna be heading up here. Looking like he's in good shape. I mean, his hearts are maybe a little bit of a problem. He does have powder, though, so it won't be too big of a deal. First Wizrobe room is done. We'll see if he can get the second Wizrobe room in one cycle. Dragonmaster making his way back into the swamp, and there's that one cycle. He's going to be finding his items in just a second. Sakatana, those puns give you power. That you're getting all this power from me. Actually, my life is draining from all these puns, and they're heading to you. At least that's how I think it's working, because
that's how beans work. See.
Water is coming. All right, here we go. We're going to be in go mode right now.
Yay!
Dragonmaster, you're in go mode. You can not do the rest of this. Maybe he's going to check this, maybe, and then peace out. Yeah, he's done.
Still looking for silvers.
And butter, which you won't find. But Walkingeye is going to get some health back here. All right. Maybe this is Silver's. No, it's just another bee in a bottle.
Wow. The best of prizes.
All right. And this is why you need the hook shot, although you needed it for a lot more in this seed. Go ahead and kill Moldorm 2 and hook shot across to the validation chest. Named because it's the last chest in the game, and it just has the compass. No silvers. Gonna have to go ahead and spin on Ganon. There is a glitch in the game where you don't need the silver arrows to damage Ganon. You just spin as he is teleporting, and you damage him. Not so bad with the butter sword.
It's really weird. I didn't know that until, like, what, 3-4 years ago?
Yeah, I learned that when I started watching. All right, we got the Aga 2 fight. That looks like a double. Another double. So looking pretty good so far, and this should be pretty easy. He got blue balled there, and he missed with one of those shots. So, but this looks like it's going to be done. Yep, and he is on to the Ganon fight.
2-2-1-1.
Dragonmaster making his way into Mire. Yeah, he's gonna be. It's not gonna be long before he finishes, but it's gonna be It's gonna be a pretty big difference in their race times. I mean, he's probably gonna be done in about 20 minutes.
Nice
or so.
bird toss, yeah.
Sub 145 should be. Although we did get a map check, that's really important. You have to see where none of the crystals are left. All right, Buttersword makes this fight pretty easy. He's also got half magic if he's really worried. He can use the cape, but yeah, this is a good spot. Gonna play it safe. Not try to cape or try to stay in the circle or anything like that, or use the hook shot. Oh, actually, he just ran away because he had got all the hits in.
Yeah, with Buttersword.
Yeah, doesn't take much. Yeah, it was pretty weird to see. I've never seen Ganon face down. I'm sure someone knows why that happens. All right, so we're gonna see the silverless strat soon, but we'll see where the silvers were. Ice Palace.
Hey.
Yeah, you're never gonna get those. Why would you go into Pin and Ice when you're in go mode? And here you go.
I guess Dragonmaster could have gone there.
Not without mitts.
Right.
People forget that a lot. Yeah, I always forget that. I was like, oh, no, go to Ice Palace. You got flippers and fire. Oh,
I forget that daily.
All right, well, now I got the torch glitch. If you light the left torch as it goes out, the right torch does not go out, and it makes this fight a lot easier because you don't have to keep lighting both torches. Takes a hit there, but he should be okay. I think he's only got one spin left? Oh, I was wrong. I miscounted.
It takes 12 total, so
I thought he had more than I saw.
hard to count.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to see if he gets it. I was way off here.
Yeah, it kind of bounces away, but it's also about as fast as walking, so it can be difficult to tell.
I just want the race to be over. I'm getting ahead of myself here. All right. Looks like he's going to be a little patient with it. Doesn't want to chase him all the way over there because he won't be able to hit it. There's the final hit. So he's going to finish, looks like... 144.40 or thereabouts.
All right.
And there it is, 144.39 on his timer, 144.40 in the SRL room, and looks like Dragon Master is just going to forfeit right now. So I don't think he's finishing out the race.
All right.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to finish this race either. Would you want to finish this run?
Maybe for practice.
Yeah, I unfortunately was gonna put Dragon Master at 0-3, so he's gonna have to win the rest of his races and then get lucky to qualify.
Oh, it always takes luck every round.
Yeah. All right, let's see if I wonder if we're gonna get our racers in here for interviews. If I was Dragon Master, I might not want to be interviewed, but we'll see if he'll be a good sport about it. Both are in the waiting room. All right, I can pull them in here.
Okay, dope.
Hello, Walkingeye, GGs, and Dragon Masters, commiserations.
Hey, thanks, and definitely GGs to Dragon Master as well. I appreciate your racing, man.
Unbelievable.
That was really rough. It was like 5 minutes in, and we were like, that might be the game. You still played really well. Like, I wanna commend you on playing as well as you did, and just doing pod dark rooms easily, and kind of you did everything efficiently, and you routed well. You just, given what you had.
I forgot to go in the back room of Kakariko.
Yeah,
you weren't too far behind until you ran out of places to check, really. Like, you were still making progress, at least.
It felt like I was doing good. Like, I mean, two items to go, and go mode, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, you had, honestly, you were ahead on crystals. Like, you Sukins broke up to Hera and finished that, and you did Desert Palace earlier, and so you were doing well. It's like, man, if he just makes his way to the hookshot right now, he's actually in a really good spot, because he's going to find his go mode items and then just finish the seed, but it just never happened.
Yeah, that was amazing in Swamp. Just like go mode instant. It's like, well, I might have a chance if he got lost somewhere.
The crazy thing was, Walkingeye, I think he went into Swamp at like 25 minutes.
Yeah, I went into Swamp really early. I figured, I'm down 2 games, got to take a gamble somewhere. Green Pendant Swamp early seemed like the place to go, and sure enough, that place was loaded. So
yeah, I would have actually made that call when I went down to Hype Cave. I would have gone into Swamp myself, because it's Green Pendant and so many items, and I would have had the hookshot at the time.
If you had the hookshot, you'd be like, oh, I can just check all these items in here, and I can finish and go cash in the Green Pendant. But unfortunately, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you can't full clear it. Yeah, and you went in there, and I was kind of like, I was kind of like, my heart was breaking, because you were going in the Swamp, and I'm like, he has to go in the Swamp. He doesn't really have many places to check, so he's probably narrowed it down to something significant being in Swamp. And then you found the Cane of Samaria and nothing else, and you just kind of like sat there for like a minute thinking, what did I miss?
Well, I was fully thinking, like, my process about when I was starting to look for the hookshot was, okay, Swamp or Bombos had to have Lamp, because everything else I did was off sequence. I broke it by going up to Death Mountain early.
Mm-hmm.
So I said I'd just leave Swamp or Bombos to later, because it's probably got to have the Lamp or something that leads to the Lamp progressive. So
yep.
I left that alone, thinking, okay, the Lamp's gonna be, and then it's like, well, maybe it's something in Swamp now, and the Lamp's also in here. And then I found the Cane, and I was like, oh, maybe it's in that last chest. It's like, no, it's not in this chest. Okay, what did I miss?
So what are you thinking when you're just kind of sitting there and you don't know where to look anymore? How do you figure out where to go?
I'm just going through each place that I've been, like, okay, I know I went to Hype Cave. I know I went down there. Was it in the Dark World? I'm pretty certain I cleared all the dungeons, so I started double checking my dungeons just to make sure. And okay, no, it's not there. It's not there. I can't get to the anything that requires the mitts yet. So I was wondering, where are these mitts at? There's not much open. And then I said, well, let me go back and check the start, because I still haven't found the Lamp yet. So something had to be early. So I started retracing my steps through Kakariko. I was going to go through Escape next to see if I missed something in there. And then I checked the back of Kakariko. It's like, oh my, I've done a dumb.
Yeah,
I was kind of happy that, like, everywhere you were checking, like, all going up Death Mountain and everything, you didn't find anything. And I was happy because that wasn't going to lead you too far away from that hookshot, at least.
Yeah, indeed. And the hookshot, it's like, it's required. I mean, if I didn't have hookshot going into like Ganon's Tower, and I would have probably have attempted hovering.
Yeah, because you didn't. Well, you did need it for getting items in Swamp Palace, but you didn't need it to beat Swamp Palace because it was pendant.
At first, I thought, oh, okay. Then when I went straight to Agina's, I was like, oh, I forgot Agina's when I was in Desert. I'm gonna have to go check here. That's probably where I missed it at, because I marked it off, and it's like, okay, I didn't check Agina's. I got to go back and check it. And then I saw the red rupee. It's like, huh? That's not it.
So you walk in there and you like see the chest and you're like, finally, all right, I'm back in this thing. And you open it up and you're like, what?
Yeah, I thought, okay, it wasn't too much time I spent looking for that, but then I thought, that's not it either.
Yeah, and like I said, you did have the advantage. I mean, I was just commenting because you were having the trolliest seed imaginable. And Walkingeye had like one of the really easiest seeds. It was like, okay, I get all the things to go in a swamp. I go in a swamp. Everything's open. You know, I get my bow. I go to pod, get fire rod. I do desert. Okay, nothing's in a weird location. Everything's like in the dungeons, and you just go ahead and you do everything. And then you're just like, I got a sequence break. I got to do dark rooms and pod because the lamp is somewhere dumb. And you know,
I didn't feel bad about. I mean, doing the sequence break and pod, I could clear it. I knew I could do it, and especially when I found the fire rod, it's like, well, okay, now I definitely can clear it just fine.
Yeah.
And I was like, I might as well clear it as a crystal. I can get it done.
Yeah, it just seemed like you were having to make a lot harder plays than he was having to do. Are you comfortable with doing like dark maze and stuff? It seemed like you were fine.
I have no problems with dark rooms. The only dark room I would have in trouble in pod is the turtle room. But
Yeah,
as long
and
as
then-
I have if I have the lamp, then it's not a problem at all.
The fire rod, at least.
Yeah. Finding the fire rod there in the big chest, I was like, oh, sweet.
Yeah, you were playing really well. I mean, like you made one mistake 5 minutes in, and that cost you the race. But like you were definitely easily on track to win this race. If you had found that hook shot, it would have been pretty close.
I'm actually thinking, I probably would have been in go mode after desert. I think that's when I found the ice rod was my last item beforehand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, I would have been go mode after about an hour.
Although Walkingeye, I was kind of wondering, like, how, why did it take you so long to go back to the library for bow?
One of the reasons was I never had enough rupees for the monkey. It took me a long time to get that. At that point, so when I walked by pod, when I did, North Dark World, and then Catfish, and then Pyramid, I didn't have enough rupees to go in. And so I grabbed I grabbed my boots, and then I did Hype Cave, and then I was like, well, I have everything for Swamp. Swamp's right here. It's green pendant. Might as well see what's inside. This could be big. And then that opened up so much. I just tried to be as efficient as possible going from room to room, because I had the flute at that point, so I knew at any time I could just go right to pod. I didn't need to. The game didn't expect me to. There were plenty of other dungeons for me to do. And sure enough, I found Lamp. I mean, Dragon Master, a lot of credit to you. Those dark rooms, especially with the turtles, are no joke. And really, everybody watching, give this guy a follow. Being able to do dark rooms, really, really something to be proud of. But thankfully, I found the lamp ahead of time, so I was able to zip through there a little bit faster.
Where was the lamp again?
Checkerboard Cave. So it was also locked behind the hook shot.
Okay, yeah. I've checked everything before hookshot. I was like, okay. Because I was fully thought the lamp was in Swamp or in Bombos. I was like, I don't need the lamp to do things, because I could do Pod, I could do Mire, I could do Turtle Rock. If I don't find the lamp, oh well, whatever. I've got my fire source. That's what
I figured. So you headed to Eastern Palace to finish off Armos, and people were like, oh, he doesn't have the lamp. And then, it's like, he might just be thinking that he overlooked the lamp at some dumb spot, and then Armos has Mitts or Hookshot or something like that, and he can go ahead and do it. Is that what you were thinking? Or
that was my thought process. I was thinking, well, maybe I've missed the lamp somewhere, and it's in Armos now, so let me just clear Armos, and maybe he has the item to go on.
Yeah, I saw you went back. Did you go back and, check the pedestal again or anything like that?
No, I knew the pedestal had just bombs. I knew that much, and I remembered that part, at least with the bombs, and I knew certain areas I definitely had checked. Like, I knew I checked Hype Cave, because I remember what I found there. I knew I checked Bombos, because that was recent. The swamp was clear.
You always remember a bad Hype Cave.
Yeah, you never forget a bad hype cave.
Seem to be a lot of those lately, but
yeah,
thankfully, I mean, you still got 3 more rounds, man. You still can win out. You're definitely a tough competitor. Don't count yourself out. I seriously wish you the best of luck. I really hope you win out. You definitely deserve to at least be in that in that wild card race that is going to go on. And in all likelihood, I'll hopefully be joining you there. So we'll see.
Good race, man. GG to you, man.
Yeah, I wanna thank both of you for the interview. Thank you both for the race, and I especially want to thank Dragon Master for coming in here and being a good sport about all of this, because I know I would have just been like, all right, I'm done. I'm turning off my computer, unplugging from the internet, and going to sleep for 24 hours now until I can. I'm just gonna angry nap until I forget about all this. And sometimes you just make a mistake, and I think everyone sympathizes with you and was still really impressed with your play. So thanks.
I wish I was locked early.
Yeah, thanks everyone for watching. This was kind of unfortunate, but still a dramatic race nonetheless. And
give all these guys a follow. Thank you guys for commentating. Give the commentators a follow. They know what they're talking about, as you've probably heard over the past 2 hours, or
sometimes.
I forget what my time was. Give Dragon Master a follow. Definitely the restreamer, the tracker, everybody. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks a lot, everyone.
Yo.
All right. Have a good night.
And you do the same.